game going again, and
I think the ground game is our strong suit.
it normally, but last Friday night against Mount Carmel, they just had too much depth, too much beef up on that line. There just wasn't nowhere to go.
No, there wasn't. It was nice to see Robert Wells get into the stat sheet there a little bit. He was kind of quiet a few games before that. He came up with a couple big catches for the Tigers on that one. If they can duplicate some of that tonight, I think they'll be in pretty good shape. We're about 7 minutes, 20 seconds here away from the start of the ball game. As the band's still out there waiting for the Tigers to come out through the big inflatable tiger head down there.
Yep. One thing I think we got to cut back on, though, we had 9 penalties last week for 85 yards, and hopefully we get that problem at least curtailed at least in half, I'd hope.
Yeah, we had several like offsides, false starts, those kind of things.
Holding penalties, we had, I think, 3 personal fouls, just a pass interference.
They had several personal fouls, too.
They did.
As the game wore on.
The game got pretty chippy.
Yes, it did.
So, but like you said, that tonight's a new night, new game. We're back on friendly turf, so.
I think things get a little chippier, too, when you play in schools that are small like this, because you don't have kids that just play football or just play basketball or just play baseball per se. So you're not getting guys that have just seen each other once, and they may play each other 4 times in the 4 years. But you're getting guys that see each other on the field, on the court, on the diamond or the track or something. So there's that rivalry that builds at all these small schools because the same kids are starting and playing all these sports.
Exactly. Well, you have to when you only have 500 kids in your school and you've only got, what do we got, maybe 60 kids at most out for football, and that's one of the biggest sports. So
we were talking populations today in school with my 5th graders, talking about your state, your county, interesting facts, that kind of stuff. So we looked up Edgar County, population, I don't know, 21,000 or something like that in Edgar County. And they saw the graph where the line went down, and they said, how big it was it then? I went back at 1970, and you can see how much higher it was, like 30-some thousand in 1970. I tried to explain to them that the high school in 1970-ish, had like 1,000 kids in it.
Yeah.
And even in 1990,
we had
when
1,200 when I was there.
There you go. It was still 800 plus in the 90s. And now if you're over 600, you're pretty lucky. So,
yeah, I don't know if it. I don't think on none of these rosters, but
it's dropped quite a bit.
I know it's in mid fives, 558 or something. For some reason, that number sticks in my mind.
No, I think that's about right where it is. So, when you get to that size, it's hard to specialize in one sport. So, you get your best athletes out there. You need them on every team. About 4.5 minutes away. The Tigers are just now making their way through the fence. They'll be coming out of the giant tiger head here in just a moment. Newton on the far sideline. They've got their flag they're going to run out with here in just a moment as well. Awesome night for football. The temperature is perfect for fall football. There's not much wind to speak of.
No wind.
Sky
the flag
is
wasn't
clear.
Even moving.
And that is true. If there's no wind, Lenny and I can't even see the flag.
No, it's behind that big light pole. And
it hangs perfectly flat. There's no wind when we can't see the flag during the national anthem.
And there goes the Newton team out onto the field, carrying the American flag as well as their Newton school flag. So that's one of the smaller Newton teams that we've seen in years. So
I think they've had some injuries. They are a little dinged up. And until Garrett was injured this week,
we were pretty healthy for the most part, yeah.
Compared to last year, where
last year we lost everybody.
We were recruiting kids coming down the hall, I think. Come play.
Here come the Tigers out of the Tiger Head and onto the field. So I like these orange pants and these black shirts, so black unis. I like these.
I'm always curious to see what style they come out with every year. Every coach has kind of got their flavor. We've seen black pants, orange pants, white pants. Sometimes our main color is black, sometimes it's orange.
I'm sure moms don't like it when they're all white like Newton is tonight, but Newton's all white, trimmed in blue, blue numerals, outlined in orange.
And the field's looking pretty good. I mean, it's getting towards the end of September, and it's still solid.
After that inch of rain we got the other day, that definitely helped green it all back up.
It helped my yard. Now I got to mow again.
Yep.
I'm counting down the days at this point. Is this the last time? Will this be the last time? No, not if it rains and stays 85 degrees. It won't be the last time. Keep on
I think
mowing.
the latter part of this coming week, it's supposed to dip back down below average. So
now the Tigers will be receiving the ball to start the ball game off.
hopefully we can go down and put some points on the board right off the get-go. And
boy, last week, that onside kick right at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You give up a touchdown, then onside kick, and you give up another touchdown. You're down 14 points before you ever touch the ball. That was just rough.
Yeah, it was rough. Now we got all the little cheerleaders out there right now, along with the big girls. So
between the little cheerleaders and the marching with the Tigers, that explains the parking issue tonight. We got them everywhere, lining down the sides of the cornfields and parking lots and everything. Hutchings and King back to receive for the Tigers as soon as Newton gets out there and gets lined up. Last week's kicker would move the ball from hash mark to hash mark.
He kicked from everywhere.
Brought out the wedge and then the driver, and he might have putted a couple, I think.
I think he had a couple 7-iron shots out there. And he just a little bit of everything. Like you said, the very first kickoff was right in the center of the field like Newton's going to, and then on the onside kick, he had it over on the far hash mark, and then he brought it over to this side on the hash mark, and you just never knew where that kid was going to kick from. And
it wasn't because he was just a wild kicker.
Oh, no.
Each one of them was designed.
He knew what he was doing, and not sure, but we're assuming he probably going to tie the record this week down there with consecutive extra points made.
Absolutely.
So,
all right, we are ready for some football. Line drive kick. Fielded by King around the 15-yard line, coming to the near side. And he's got nowhere to go. Now backing up. He's going to try to beat him around the other side of the field. Slips a couple tackles.
There's a flag. I'm guessing there's going to be a hold there. There's another flag.
Another late one. Well, maybe we'll get a personal foul and offset the hold. He started at the 15, and he ended up running 35 yards and got tackled right where he caught the ball.
Just about. Yeah, hopefully maybe they'll be offsetting because I'm pretty sure the first one was going to be a hold against us.
Rarely does backing up and going that far around work against the Tigers.
Looked like 2 holding penalties against us. So
you get that misdirection, things going the wrong way. Those things happen. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, way back where they set up, about the 6-7 yard line.
And looks like the 10. Well, that's got to be inside the 10. Yeah, it's got to be about the 6. Yeah.
First pass falls incomplete, intended for Calvin Rigdon. Had him open, just led him a little too far. 2nd and 10 now, ball at the 6-yard line. Rogers back in the shotgun again. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. Takes a snap, hands it off right up the middle. Curl dances through a hole and then is dropped after a gain of about 4. I get about 5 yards, I think. Yeah,
Maybe, yeah. Depends if it was at
closer
the
to
6. He's got it on the 11 now, so yeah, we'll give him
just
5.
long 4, short 5. Either way, it's about 3rd and 5.
Yeah, we need a first down, though, to keep this drive alive. You don't want to go 3 and out right off the get-go.
Rogers fakes it to Curl, keeps it himself. Whoa, makes a great guy miss.
Oh, man, and then he took a shot, though.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Great run there by Rogers. I really thought they had him dead in the backfield. And I'm not sure how this guy missed him over here. He just whiffed. He's not Barry Sanders by any means, but somehow he made the guy look silly. Hands off to Curl. Curl's got a hole straight up the field. Picks up about 6, 7. Got him by the ankles. I think he was looking for somebody to run over on that one. Hopefully the Tigers come out with a little bit of chip on their shoulder after last week. 2nd and 5, ball to 31. 3 receivers to the left this time. Curl in the backfield with Rogers. Takes a snap. Hands off to Curl again. Protecting the ball and just kind of scurrying up the middle. Be near a first down.
Should be really close. I would think they would give it to him, but that's just my perspective.
I think he's got it.
I think he does.
Yep, there's a signal for a first down. They're going to move the chains. All right, 2 first downs on this drive that started way back in Tiger territory. If you're watching at home, you get a chance to stick your head out and take a look at the moon tonight. It is.
Yep, big harvest moon just now coming up over the horizon.
I thought it was a tiger moon. It's orange tonight.
It does look orange right now. It's kind of got a stripe through it. There's a completion.
Complete. And a seam. Oh, King was
lost his helmet somehow.
He had a seam and was looking downfield. He's got to come out and put his helmet back together here.
And he got the first down, so.
Flight number 15, Carter Krippus will come in real quick for King.
I was just going by what the weatherman said last night on the weather. It was a harvest moon, so.
Well, the weatherman's he's not a Tiger fan.
Exactly.
Fake to Curl. And barreling through is Rigdon on the second guy through. Had a good time to play that one. They're keying on Curl.
I haven't seen Rigdon carry the ball too much this year, but
he kind of lines up in that slot position where sometimes he's in the backfield, sometimes he's going out for a pass. Kind of one of those in-between guys. 2 receivers to the left. And they hand it to Curl again. Another Tiger first down. All right. Paris continuing to move the chains now. 8:43 on the clock. 1st and 10 on the Newton 42-yard line.
Well, this drive started clear back on R6, so it's good to see him keep this drive going and keep the first downs rolling.
Up for light up way back here in the backfield was King. Now they bring him in motion, jet sweep. They hand it to him around the left end. It's blocked pretty well. He's got to get upfield, puts his shoulder down, and picks up about 7 yards. He kept bouncing back and forth, looking for that big play. The blockers got him about 8 yards, so 7 yards. We'll give him 7. 2nd and 3. I like it when one of those plays works because it lets you come back with it later and maybe not run it, but they'll see King go in motion, and that'll get them a little jumpy.
Yeah, they'll think it's happening anyway.
Fake to Curl, dropping back. Complete. And a Tiger first down. Rigdon again. Coming out of the backfield, out of that slot position.
Let's see where they spotted at.
Put him at the 26.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so he got 5 on that.
"27-yard line, that is. Hand off to Curl. There's a flag immediately on the snap. It's going against the Tigers. Guessing an illegal shift or motion there.
Motion, that's what I'm guessing.
Illegal formation. The Tigers will back up. And typically when that happens, one of the receivers is not up on the line. They leave the tackle exposed, and that'll get you. All right, now King checks in. Make sure he's on the line. Vitale does so on the other side.
Low snap, bad snap.
He's got time to pick it up. He's got time to throw it away. He chucks it out of bounds. Drilled from behind. Heads up play there by Rogers just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And a long second down instead of 2nd and 23 or something. But it's tricky. He managed to get outside, and he managed to clear everybody with the ball. You worry about him just chucking it down there, and
somebody still being able to pick it off.
Because you can't get much on it, and he winged it out there. He winged it or he wung it?
Well, I don't know, but he got hit in the back while he was releasing it.
He did.
So.
Quick pass this side, complete to King. Makes a guy miss, gets tackled from behind down to the 15-yard line. Can be just shy of the first down, bring up 3rd and short. I like those plays there.
Yeah.
Let Rogers get the ball and get it out of his hands. Take some of the pressure off that offensive line. When they don't have to block as long, makes their job a whole lot easier. 2 receivers to the left. Hand off to Curl. He's got a big gain. Defensive linemen are going to tackle him, but they're doing it from behind as he's going past him. Down around the 11-yard line, another Tiger first down. The Tigers have had the ball for half of the first quarter, only 6:12 on the clock. First and 10 from a 12-yard line. Hand off to Curl again. Off the tackle, and he's going to go in this time. Touchdown.
Yep.
That's
Burns.
Mason.
Burns, yeah. We hadn't seen him yet tonight, so.
Mason slipped in the backfield there. Burns picks up the touchdown. That's a pretty good average for you. 1 carry, 1 score. 5:54 on the clock, and the Tigers go up 6-0. Extra point attempt is no good. Wide to the right. And the score stays 6-0. We'll take a real quick break and be back in just a moment here with the Tigers up 6 on the Paris Sports Network. Welcome back. 94 yards on that drive for the Tigers. After the penalty on the kickoff return, marked back to our 6-yard line. Longest drive I think we've seen this year, Lenny.
I think so.
Well, the moon is officially becoming a harvest moon now. I think its tiger phase is over. It's losing some of its orangeness.
And it took 14 plays, so definitely.
All right.
That's what you call ball control there, and that's what we need tonight.
We didn't have 14 plays in the first quarter last week. Maybe
I
not
don't
the
think
first
in the
half.
first half.
The best sustained drive we've seen this year. Now we'll kick off, see what the defense can do. Robert Wells with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Straight ahead kick. Fielded around the 12-yard line. And some real estate on the right side. He gets down the side, out near midfield.
Looked like Zimbalin with the carry. He's just a junior, 5'9", 150-pounder. But he got it back almost to midfield. Well, maybe it is the midfield. I don't know. They're changing balls right now, so we'll have to see where they're going to spot it.
The other ball is more oblong. You know when you're a kid and you throw a fit and you say, I'll just take my ball and go home? We're like, all right, fine. We all bring our own. He got past midfield.
Yeah, I guess he did get over midfield, so.
Into Tiger territory. Handoff right up the middle. Meyer Tarr, number 6, the ball carrier. I'm sure that's relation to our very own Creighton Tarr.
I would guess so.
Yeah, Newton's his old stomping grounds. Meinhardt this time in the shotgun. More of a pistol. He does have a back behind him. Oh, man in motion. There's a flag.
Yep.
Number 24, a little overzealous there, Gus Bierman. The senior tight end there gets called for the false start. That backs him up, and now they'll be looking at 2nd and 11 from the 50-yard line. Tigers come up there, 4 down linemen, showing a little pressure here from the side. And hitting the backfield and dropped.
That's
Number 40, Drake Wolf, was the ball carrier. And Curl flying in, making that tackle in the backfield. Ethan Curl making the most out of his senior season.
Yes, he is.
Lost most of last year with injury. He's ready to make up time. 4:15 on the clock, 3rd and 12. Back to the shotgun formation. Rolling to his left. Pass downfield.
Oh, almost picked off. Maddox Hutchings steps in there and just all but had a pick 6, I think.
Now we talk about the senior year, but what about a freshman year from Maddox Hutchings? He's made a couple of little freshman mistakes here or there, but gaining valuable experience.
That's for sure.
Newton lining up to punt here with the ball on their own 49-yard line now.
Yeah, it's 4th and 12, so.
Looking at a fake. He's got a punt on the run. Kicks it straight up. And takes a Tiger bounce. I'm not sure they wanted to commit there. They didn't. We might punt. We might not punt.
Yeah.
We're going to scramble to the side. It's kind of a rugby style play there.
I think it was kind of punter option, and if he thought he could make the first down, go ahead and go for it. But if not, just wing it out there. And I think he probably made the right choice. Didn't get a whole lot on the punt, though, as he only netted probably 22, 3 yards.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Tigers now. 3 receivers to the right this time for Rogers. He'll take the snap. Hands it off to Burns right through the middle of the burst of speed for a first down and a few more. Out past the 40-yard line. Tigers running that no-huddle offense. They're going to keep pouring it on tonight. 3:45 on the clock. 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. Two receivers to the left. King to the near side. Rogers dropping back, looking to King. Double move, heading down the field. He's got him open.
He's got him. It's there.
Touchdown, Tigers.
57-yarder. Man, that was a beautiful pass, too.
Everything working on that one. King went out, gave a little stutter step like he was going to run a hitch. A pump fake from Rogers sold it. King then took off on the double move and just left the DB there, Harris, in his wake. And that doesn't matter if the throw's not there. And boy, Rogers put it right on a dime, hit him in stride. And the Tigers lead 12-0. 3:20 on the clock now. They'll line up for two, trying to make up for that missed extra point last time. There's a snap and the scramble to the right. Gonna roll back to his left. Looking in the back of the end zone. Lobs it up. And it's good. 2-point conversion. Complete to Calvin Rigdon. And it puts the Tigers up 14-0 with 3:20 to go. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
Farm Credit Illinois is a proud supporter of the Paris Tigers athletes and the surrounding farm families. Farm Credit blocks appraisal costs and lender fees and defends our borrowing members with free repricings as the market allows. Farm Credit helps farmers score with annual cash patronage. Team up with a cooperative helping farm families succeed and let us help lead your agricultural business to victory. Best of luck, Tigers, this sporting season.
It's a 14-0 lead for our Tigers here early in the contest. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. We've seen one long sustained drive where they drove down the field, and we've seen them air it out and score big in one opportunistic play there. So, Lenny, I'd say offensive, we're firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, we are tonight for sure. That's probably about the best I've seen Rogers look all year. He's throwing that ball with a nice tight spiral. It's been on target.
He's getting the ball out of his hands quickly, too. I know his defense isn't the caliber of Mount Carmel, but he's not taking any sacks either. Short kick. It's going to hit the ground and squirt around.
Picked up by number 85.
And dropped
Peyton Harris.
Around the 32-yard line or so.
I'm not sure he got that far. Looks like this guy's got it marked on the 28.
Oh, 28. You're right. I'm on the wrong side of the 30. I got to remember, you go that way, the numbers get smaller.
It's on the Newton 28, so.
Two receivers to the near side. Back out of the shotgun is Meinhardt. Wants to hand it off. Miscommunication.
Yeah, nobody there.
And he's hit the backfield and dropped.
He got about a yard, maybe a little more. I'm going to give him one anyway.
2nd and 9 with the ball on the 29-yard line. Two receivers to the right. Fake the handoff. Play action to the right side. Incomplete.
Oh, right through the hands of number 24, Gus Bierman.
I think it was a little behind him, but like you said, right through his hands. That's one he should have caught.
Yeah, he turned around, so. But like you said, it was behind him because if it had him out front in stride, I think he could have picked up a huge gain because he was open over there.
Defense holding pretty well here. Looking for another 3 and out. 3rd and 9. One receiver wide to the right. 7 seconds on the play clock. Meinhardt takes a high snap. Fakes the handoff. Fires it down the field. This could be... Oh! Hutchings misplayed it. And fortunately, Bierman dropped it. I mean, he had it in his hands.
So that'll bring up 4th and 9.
Boy, poor Bierman. That's back-to-back drops. And the offsides earlier in the game. He's having a rough go.
He is. So far, rough start. We'll see if they do the rugby-style kick again or if they just punt this one straight away.
That could be their thing. They may just do that. Potential fake on each one. They're going to do it again. Rolling to the right side.
Oh,
that
this one's blocked.
Tigers going after it. They're on top of it around the 5-yard line. Calvin Rigdon comes up with it for the Tigers. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Man, this is going to be a golden opportunity for the Tigers because that's going to be on the 6-yard line.
Well, they're going to say
maybe
the 5.
The 5, okay.
Yep. Out of the shotgun, hand off to Curl. Oh, runs into a wall. Might get a yard, maybe the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1. He ran over the top of somebody, but he had somebody on his back while he was doing it. Gain of a yard, 1:50 on the clock.
This might be Burns territory here.
Yep, he's in the backfield with Curl now.
He's got an extra gear or two, but it's Curl again.
Stutter stepping at the hole a little bit. Like he's looking for a gap. That brings up 3rd and 2. Definitely 2-down territory here. Curl and Burns act there again. Yeah, and the handoff to Curl off the left side. He's stacked up at the line of
Stacked up
scrimmage.
again, yeah. I'm not sure.
Another yard. Did he gain a yard?
I don't think he gained any
scrimmage.
on that. I am not giving him any on that one anyway. Looks like it's still on the 2 to me.
Okay, we had the ball 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. We gained 3 yards, and now we're sending in the kicking team. There's the kick.
It's good.
Ty King for 3 points. 17-0 Tigers on top here in the first quarter. You'd like to see him get points on the board, but a golden opportunity kind of falls to the wayside there. Tigers up early in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network. It's a 17-point lead for the Tigers with 17 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Ty King with the field goal. How long did you say that was, Lenny?
Well, I don't know. I'm just calling it 9 yards because it was on the 2 and they snapped it back about 7 yards. So
then you got 10 in the end zone.
Well, I don't think you can count that though, can you?
I think they do.
Do they?
Yeah. because you're kicking it that extra 10 yards.
Okay, well, it'll be 19 yards then.
Big stiff arm and a good tackle on the near side for the Tigers in the open field. We do have a Tiger down on the sideline. Nah, I don't know if anybody touched him, but Maddox Hutchings is down. They're just going to drag him off the field out of the way so they can continue playing.
Okay, where's it going to? They're going to start it at the. This time it's going to be the 32 Beach.
Yep. I was just ahead of myself. Andre Calhoun heading back out there to play safety. We got the freshman out there now. So we got Carrick Mason Vitale out there and Calhoun deep in the secondary for the Tigers. Hutchings unable to put any weight on that foot. They're going to help him to the bench. Now the play clock ticking. And look, if they know he's hurt, look for them to go deep on the first play. They were just going to hand it off.
Somebody moved.
Tigers were showing blitz on the outside. They got Newton to flinch. 5-yard penalty will bring up 1st and 15. Back around the 27. There it is. Just 10 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Meinhardt back in the shotgun again. Hands off to the fullback, and he's dropped after a gain of about 3.
That was 34, Cole Phillips.
That's the end of the first quarter. Paris 17, Newton 0. We'll be back in just a moment on the Paris Sports Network.
Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris.
A fresh 12 minutes on the clock for the Tigers. Hopefully the second quarter now is just as productive for us as the first was.
Well, that's about all you could ask for us, for sure. That
can't get much better.
Probably the best first quarter we've had all year. Other than the fact that we lost Hutchings for a little bit anyway. Hopefully they can just maybe tape it up and he'll be good to go. Looks like she's getting some ice out of the cooler to put on it, though, so I'm guessing he's maybe done for the night.
If it's going to be this lopsided, don't push it.
Yeah, for sure.
No gain on that play. Curl in there along with Wells on the tackle. 3rd down and 11 at their own 31-yard line. Did Newton get a first down in the first quarter?
Nope.
All right.
Not yet. They were close.
High snap. Meinhardt brings it down, fakes to nobody, rolls to his right. Now he's going to try and keep it.
Oh, man. He got drilled.
Ooh.
Curl just laid the Shoulder pad right to him. I mean,
Yeah.
he picked up a yard maybe, but man.
That'll get some cheers in the film room come Monday.
No doubt there.
They're going to line up for the punt. We'll see if they do that rugby-style punt again after it got blocked the last time out. Keeps the Tigers thinking it could be a potential fake every time, though, so they're not bringing everybody. This time he just gets rid of it, kicks it straight ahead.
Kicks it straight ahead.
King at the 35, dances up the middle, and it stood up and brought back. Play will be whistled down around the 40-yard line. Speaking of the rugby kickers, did you see the New Orleans Saints, who they picked for a kicker this year, Lenny?
I did not.
The guy is a rugby player from New Zealand who ran a tattoo shop in New Zealand. Came to the United States, got some junior college or something to let him kick. And he went to like a bigger school after that. Ends up as an undrafted free agent signee, and now he's starting in the NFL.
Wow.
Quite the path. The guy had a dream and made it happen.
Yeah.
Halfway around the world. Take the handoff. Quick slant, complete to King. He just got to turn the jets on.
And he does.
Makes one guy miss. He's only got 3 more to beat. Oh, just go down the field, man. He tried to make too much happen there at the end. Just put the head down and get to the end zone. King with a great catch and run.
30, 40.
Like it's going to be marked around the 17-yard line. Well, again, Rogers' throw right on the money. Hands off up the middle to Burns.
Burns.
He's going to try for the corner, and he's in.
He's in there.
Mason Burns has the wheels tonight.
Yes, he does.
We're seeing a couple of Tigers. I missed the Marshall game, unfortunately, but some of these guys are having the best game I've seen from them this year. King now to attempt the extra point. The Tigers up 23-0. The hold. There's the kick. And that one's good. 24-0. Tigers on top. We'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment on the Paris Sports Network. Tigers up big here tonight, 24-0, 9:29 to go. Pretty quick scoring drive for them that last time out, thanks to that big catch and run by Ty King. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these stats at halftime, Lenny.
Yeah, we're pretty impressive so far.
I'm not sure what Rogers' career high is here for the Tigers in passing yards, but he'll be knocking on it if he keeps this up tonight.
Well, he's 6 out of 8 for 132 and 1 touchdown so far tonight. And we still got 9:29 to go in the second quarter. So, but Newton's going to have the ball after this kickoff.
That does slow your offense down when the other team has the ball. Makes it harder to score. Hopefully another 3 and out, though. We'll get it right back for them.
Unless your defense has a pick six or something.
That is true.
Fumble recovery, run back in, or
Line drive, rifle was kicked back to the 10-yard line. And stood up and slammed down around the 30-yard line. And he hit the ground hard, was Zimbalin. Teammates help him up, and
looks like they're going to spot it right on the Newton 30. So
they're going to help him off the field. I think he's a little woozy.
yeah, he's not tracking real straight, is he?
No, he's not. They got the lights on the ambulance. I don't think that's for him, but I'm sure those bright lights aren't helping him. They're right in his face. He was slammed hard to the turf. I know we got some rain recently, but that ground's pretty hard.
It's still hard, yeah.
All right, so a little slow get this next play off as they get Zimbalin off the field. He got knocked all the way back to second grade on that hit. I'm not quite sure where he's at. Tigers showing pressure from the outside. They slip by it with a catch, but good open field tackle brings him down after a short gain.
I could see.
I think that was Andre Calhoun with the tackle out
I
there.
was trying to see who caught the pass. Wolf, number 40.
Pick up about 3, 2nd and 7 now. The ball on the 34-yard line, under 9 minutes to play in the half. They'll send 2 receivers wide each side. Tigers have been bringing some pressure on the quarterback. 3 down linemen this time. And no pressure. Everybody back to defend. Pass complete.
To 85.
Yep.
Peyton Harris. And I think he got enough. No, they're going to spot him just short.
Whoa.
Wow. Must have stepped out over there or something because I thought he had the first down.
Sure looked like it from here, but he will be just shy. Now they're picking the chain up now. First down.
Okay.
It looked like he ran over the marker basically as he went out of bounds.
Well, that's what I thought, but then after they spotted it short, I thought, well.
First down of the game for Newton here with 8:11 to go in the second quarter, trailing Tigers 24-0. 2 receivers to the right, 2 backs in the backfield with Meinhard. Play action. Out pattern complete again. Down along the sideline.
That's Harris again. He's going to get about 9 on that one. Oh, no way. He stepped out clear back here. Oh, man, that's a terrible spot. Well, I guess they're going to give him 10 anyway because I don't have the striped shirt on. But
You ought to try it. It'd be a good look on you. 2 receivers wide each side. Right up the middle they go and dropped. 34, Cole Phillips had nowhere to go. Oh, wow, they're going to give him a couple yards.
they're pretty generous, aren't they?
When you're down 24-0 first half, yeah, you've yet to have a first down. You get the benefit of the doubt, I think.
I guess so.
Tigers with 3 down linemen. They being very passive up front. Guarding the pass. 3 receivers wide to the left. Trying to send a guy in motion. Now he's coming. Takes a snap. Throws it to the guy in motion. Incomplete, out of bounds.
No, this guy called him out of bounds.
Oh, dropped the ball too.
That'll bring up 3rd and 7.
He dropped the ball. That's Bierman. That's 3 drops tonight.
He's not having a good night.
No, he isn't.
And he's one of their studs, too.
That's why you play the game. Sometimes things don't work, and sometimes it's all at once. 3rd down and 8 at the Paris 46-yard line. Clock stopped with 7:10. There are 5 seconds left on the play clock. Man in motion again, right to left. They're going to look for him in the flat. Not there. They throw it downfield, complete, and brought down. The pass complete to Peyton Harris.
Harris again. Okay, so
Harris not the fastest guy on the field, but he plays that tight end position, just kind of gets out there. He's got good hands and brings in another 1st down. Tigers have dialed back the pressure a little bit here on defense. On this drive, could bring a man in motion again. And brought down. Short gain.
Tar again.
Tar, yep.
He got 1, looks like.
5'9", 190-pound senior. You put 190 pounds on a 5'9" frame, that's a pretty solid young man there.
Yes, it is.
Not somebody I would want to tackle in the hole like that. Down to 6 minutes to play. 2nd and 9, ball in the 33. 3 receivers to the right. Meinhardt brings a man in motion to the left. Looking for a quick fade to his right. No, the slant, and it's picked off. They got a signal here. That's an interception for the Tigers.
Number 11, Ty King.
The officials are going to talk it over here.
Yeah, I'm not going to write it down just yet.
Well, they just gave the ball away. 1st down.
Okay.
Now they confirm. No replay to overrule it. From our side, it looked like a catch. Tiger ball now, 24-0, 5:46 to go. 1st and 10 on their own 22-yard line. Rogers in the backfield in the shotgun. Takes a low snap, hands it off to Rigdon. He's flying by, guys, and he just may be gone. Calvin Rigdon, a big run for the Tigers. 78 yards.
Wow.
And a touchdown. See, we were just too close to the end zone earlier.
Yeah, maybe that was it, yeah.
Rigdon just had another gear there when he got out in the open field. It's now 30-0, and the Tigers line up for the extra point. Extra point is up, and this one's good. It's 31-0. 5:34 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Mark, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Home would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
It's a one-sided first half so far for the Tigers. Up 31-0 with 5:34 to go here in the first half. Maddox Hutchings still down here on the bench. Got the foot elevated with ice on it.
I'll say, are the girls getting ready to do the push-ups? They'll
They
be
are.
wore out tonight.
Here comes another 31 push-ups. 1, 2. 9, 10. Oh,
I'm not sure they're all going to make it.
they're getting a little weak.
That's probably more physical exercise than they've had for a while.
We got a couple of head bobbing right now. The shoulders aren't doing much. That's 30 on top of all the other ones they've done so far. Kickoff by Wells. Picked up around the 15-yard line. Number 40. Skirting through the Tigers. It's another good return.
Good return.
He about made it all the way back out to the tee.
Just about. That was Wolf. He's had a pretty productive night tonight.
Give these cheerleaders a hard time. But you figure they've done 6 push-ups, and they came back and they did 14 more push-ups, and they come back and they do 21 push-ups, and they come back and they do 28 push-ups and 35. You know, that's a lot of push-ups each time.
Yeah.
Or 31 this last time. Add all those up, a little sore. Spin move at the line of scrimmage, nets a few more yards. Push the ball out past the 45. I got to give him some credit because I don't want him to call me out and see if I could do it.
No, definitely not.
Snap on second down. Seam right up the middle. That's going to be a Newton first down. Ooh. I don't think so. He'll be a little short.
He's going to be short, ain't it?
And they are in a 2-minute no huddle or 2-minute offense here. They're running up to the line of scrimmage. 4:44 to go. And they hand it off.
And he's going to be tackled for a loss this time.
Curl shot through there and dropped him in the backfield. Knocked back to the 49-yard line. They were hoping to sneak up on theirs before we were ready and get a quick third down play. Now they'll take their time with 4th down. I would think they'd go for it here more than likely.
I would think so, but I'm not calling it, so.
That they will. The linemen hustle up there, down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Tigers showing some pressure. Out of bounds. Meinhardt's pass incomplete, intended for number 11, Braden Bergbauer. Turnover on downs. It'll be Paris ball on their own 49-yard line. Boy, how big is that tackle there from Curl on that drive?
Oh, that's huge.
That was a drive-stopping hit in the backfield. He had one earlier on the quarterback on that scramble. And he'll stay out on offense now in the backfield with Rogers. 2 receivers to the right. Slot to the right as well. Fakes it to Curl, keeps it himself. He's got a big seam. And he's down near the 36. Give him a 15-yard gain for Rogers, and it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Oh, Rogers has got some, no, Wells has some blood on the leg. They're going to make him leave. I'm assuming it's some blood or something because the official looked at him and made him get off the field. Then again, he's just standing there, so. Now they're going to check him out. All right, out of the shotgun again.
Krippus came in for him, so.
The play clock wasn't up and going. Now it's moving. And a false start.
We moved.
Too much time down there.
Number 2, Vitale got a little antsy over there.
Yeah, you get guys down into that position, and you wait, and then you kind of stand up, and you get back to their rhythms off. And it can get real easy. Now, Wells tries to come on the field. The official again makes him come off. Wells just keeps pulling his pants down.
Well, they're going to have to tape something up or put a Band-Aid on it or something.
Handoff muffed. Rogers picks up a loose ball. Gets by a couple guys, puts a shoulder down. Oh, there's a flag in the backfield. Good tough run that time by Drew Rogers.
I'm guessing it's going to be a holding or an illegal block against Paris.
That's the place that usually happens. Wells comes back out on the field. Yep. Illegal block in the back against the Tigers. Backs us up.
That's going to be 10-yarder this time.
From the spot of the foul. And that was in the backfield because we dropped the handoff between Curl and Rogers. They're the biggest jam of the night so far for the offense. It's 1st and 25 at our own 49-yard line. 3:15 to go in the half. Rogers rolls out a little bit. Fires it downfield.
Oh, man, he had his guy wide open and just overshot him just a hair. That was King. He beat his man by several yards.
That's the only misfire we've seen from Rogers tonight.
Well, that's his 3rd incomplete pass, but that one there was just a little bit overthrown. The other two were catchable.
Trying to hit a moving target 45 yards away from you, though. Not an easy throw when the guy's crossing the field. Just a little too far there. Hands off to Curl. He's tripped up after a short gain. Give him about 4 yards. Bring up a long 3rd down.
Yeah, it is. It's still going to be 3rd and at least 22 probably.
Yep. 3 receivers to the right. Curl still in the backfield now with Rogers. Ball on the 47-yard line. Looking to Curl. Throws it back to King.
There's another flag.
Roughing the passer, probably. King has got to get upfield. There's another
flag.
One.
Somebody grabbed his face mask, it looked like.
Yep. So 2 personal fouls that time against Newton, I'm hoping. Thought he might throw a little screen to Curl on the near side. Instead went back to King on the other side. And very productive play. Well short of a 1st down, but a good gain.
Looks like the head official's coming over to Coach Claude, explaining it to him. And
probably better off taking the 15 yards from the face mask. Because that would happen there instead of from the line of scrimmage. So roughing the passers declined. They will accept the face mask penalty. It'll be a 1st down for the Tigers.
Roughing the passer and a face mask against the Eagles.
Now,
15-yard penalty will bring up
some kind of timeout called. Are they going to measure? They
shouldn't have to. It should be an automatic 1st down. Personal foul.
Well, it's 15 yards. I don't know if it's an automatic 1st down, though.
Well, okay.
Maybe roughing the passer was automatic. I don't know. I think he got it, though. That tight, about as tight as they can. They got it.
Yep.
first down.
Okay, so that was a pass to King. $12 yards.
And then a 15-yard penalty on top of it. Now it's 1st and 10 on the 26. 2:22 on the clock. Play clock. Plenty of time there. It's just now at 32 seconds. Rogers and Curl in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rigdon up in the fullback position. Hands it to Curl. Nope. Fakes it to Curl. Tosses it out. Complete to Vitale. First down. He'll be down around the 10-yard line. Wait on the spot. Gain of about 16 yards.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm going to give him 15. That's Vitale's first catch tonight.
Yep, they're going to bring him out and bring Burns in. They'll give it to Curl. Trying to get off the left tackle. He's dropped in the backfield. Ethan leading the team in rushing this season. Going into last week was averaging over 6 yards a carry. That got brought down, as everybody's averages did. But tonight, not quite having the success that Burns and Rigdon are. Rogers rolling to his right, wanting to keep it himself, and he's brought down from behind. Tackle number 7, Landon McClure.
Looks like he lost a yard.
And he did. 3rd and about 12 or 11. 3rd and 11 from the 11-yard line. Or the 12-yard line, actually. 39 seconds. See what coach wants to do here. He may run one play and try to kick a field goal or something before the half.
Possibility.
They're letting time just run down.
Maybe they're going to call a timeout.
I think they are.
Yep.
Timeout by the Tigers. We'll take a quick timeout, too, and be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season.
Just 19 seconds left here in the first half. The Tigers on top, 31-0. Scored 17 points in the first quarter, another 14 here in the second. Threatening again, but just running out of time. I've never seen an official wave when they call their name. They named one of the officials, the one down there in the end zone. He kind of waves at everybody. A lot of times they want to hide.
Yeah, he likes the acknowledgement tonight, maybe.
Yeah,
I think they've been doing a pretty decent job.
He's a friendly sort.
A little generous on some of them Newton drives, but
3 backs in the backfield out of the shotgun with Rogers. 19 seconds to go.
this is definitely a new formation I haven't seen.
Hands it off to Curl. Up the middle, not much there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. I'm assuming they're going to set up a field goal attempt. Another timeout called by the Tigers. Halftime coming up. We'll go ahead and keep this one right here with just 3 seconds left on the clock. And I think that's the kicking unit coming in, Lenny.
Well, if that's the case, the ball is spotted, it looks like, on the 9. So 7 will be 16, and 10 will be 26.
It looks like the holder's around the 19-yard line, so
It'll be 29-yard.
29, if that's where he kicks it from, yeah. That's a welcome addition. You like to have that option in a pinch. And this is the kind of game you want to attempt it.
Looks like he's got the block down about the 18 maybe. So we'll call it a 28-yarder if he makes it.
Doesn't have much of an approach. He's only going to take about one step. Good snap, the hold, the kick is line drive. And it's through.
Good.
All right. 27 yards.
That's what the PA announcer called it. So
that's what we'll give him. 34-0. The Tigers score 17 in the first quarter, 17 in the second quarter, and lead 34-0 here at halftime. We'll be back in a few moments here on the Paris Sports Network.
Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153.
Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year.
Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas.
With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete,
For nearly
Mark,
100
and the staff
years,
at Templeton
farmers
Funeral
have counted
Home
on
would like
FS
to wish
to
all
provide
the Tigers the best
agriculture-related
of luck
products
this
and
season.
services.
Go
Call
Tigers!
465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing one.
Farmers.
With
We are
2
convenient locations in Paris and Kansas.
For us,
Templeton
joining a
Funeral
community
Home is
means
always
more
there
than just
providing the
opening
care
shop.
and service
We want to see
you and your loved ones
businesses thrive,
deserve.
generational
Pete,
farms
Mark,
succeed,
and the staff at Templeton
and local
Funeral
families
Home would
continue
like to
to
wish
put
all
down
the
roots
Tigers
and
the
grow.
best of luck this season.
Whether you're looking for a
Go
farm
Tigers!
loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. At First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris.
With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service.
Captain Award at the Robinson Marching Maroons Band Festival, performing this powerful show that depicts the eternal struggle between good and evil. Tonight, the show will feature solos by senior Brennan Hemrich and junior Emerson Barrett on mellophone, Ian Farrell on soprano saxophone, Graham Templeton on baritone saxophone, and guard solos by David Hawkins and Madison Huffman. Let's enjoy Angels and Demons. best band in the land, the Paris High School Marching Tigers. The Marching Tigers under the direction of Dr. Kevin Pruitt, Assistant Director Jessica Hendrickson, Color Guard Instructors Zach and Haley Cassad, Percussion Technicians Jonathan Boren and Eric Hendrickson, and
The skating rink at Twin Lakes, formerly known as Twin Lakes Roller Rink, has been a popular establishment in Paris for over 60 years. New owners CJ and Mary Jo Becker are bringing new life to the skating rink with arcade games, a snack bar, TV hangout area for teens, and lots of roller skating. Stop by 1250 North Main Street in Paris on Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 10, with a fifth quarter on Friday nights until midnight, and on Sundays from 2 to 4. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming events. Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery.
Welcome back to halftime here at Paris High School. I'm BJ Pheasant with Lenny Irwin. The Tigers in control of this one so far, 34-0 after a very dominant first half. They saw them score 17 points in the first quarter and a matching 17 points in the second quarter, only giving up a handful of first downs even to Newton in a dominant performance offensively and defensively. Lenny, it's about as good as I've seen us play this year.
It definitely is, Beach. I think you're right. We're clicking just about on all cylinders, and I'd say the only fault I seen in the whole first half was when Maddox Hutchings went down with the injury, so hopefully that young man's okay. I've seen him take him off in the gator. I'm assuming they're going to take him out and have some x-rays done, so hopefully everything's all right with him. And like you said, there in the pregame, we'd lost Garrett Rigdon in the JV game Monday night, so hopefully he's on the mends, the recovery already. But it sounded really bad to me, what I was hearing. So
that it did. We're just hoping he's going to be well as soon as possible. It's a long road to recovery for him there.
Yeah, it sounded like they tore every tendon, every ligament, everything in that foot. So ankle, whatever it was, but it didn't sound good. So, but injuries are part of sports, so you just hate to see it happen to a young kid this early in his career, because Garrett's only a sophomore, so it could be, he could lose a whole season at least, if not more.
So keep him in your prayers, and as well as Maddox Hutchings tonight. And
definitely.
Keep the rest of the boys safe throughout the second half.
All right. Well, we'll run down some first half stats. We'll start with the Newton Eagles. Their quarterback, Max Meinhardt, has 2 carries for 2 yards. Meyer Tard, the running back, has 5 carries for 14. Cole Phillips has 2 carries for 4. And Drake Wolf has 2 carries for -2. Throwing the ball, Meinhardt is 4 out of 10 for 32 yards and 1 interception. King picked him off, and they also had a blocked punt, and Rigdon recovered it. So, catching the ball, Peyton Harris has 3 catches for 29, and Drake Wolf has 1 catch for 3. That totals to 32 yards for Meinhardt.
That's like 50 total yards of offense for the team.
That's about it, yeah.
We've done that on a couple different plays tonight.
Yep. So, for your Tigers, I've got Drew Rogers, 3 carries for 28. Mason Burns, I've got him for 3 carries for 43, and he has a touchdown. Actually, 2 touchdowns. I've got Ethan Curl, 11 carries for 34. Ty King, 1 carry for 7. And Calvin Rigdon, 2 carries for 86 and a touchdown. Throwing the ball, Rogers is 8 out of 11 for a $159 and 1 touchdown. And let's see. King caught that touchdown pass. King has 5 catches for 136. Calvin Rigdon has 2 catches for 8. And Vitale has 1 catch for 15. Now to recap the scoring. The Tigers opened things up in the first quarter on a 12-yard run by Burns. The kick was no good, though, and the Tigers only led 6-0, but that capped off a 94-yard drive that took like 6.5 minutes of that first quarter. So then at 3:20 to go still in the first, it was a 57-yard pass from Rogers to King, and this time they went for a 2-point conversion, and it was good. That made the score back 14-0. Then still with 17 seconds left to go in the first quarter, it was a 19-yard field goal by King. That made it 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. Then and in the second quarter, it was a 17-yard run again by Burns. The kick was good, 24-0. 5:34 to go in the second quarter. It was a 78-yard run by Rigdon. The kick again was good. That made it 31-0. And with no time left on the clock, right there at the half, it was a 27-yard field goal by King. And that's where we stand at halftime. 34-0, your Tigers on top. And the Eagles are just now coming back out of the locker room, heading to the field to warm up. So that's where we stand at halftime.
In years past, we wouldn't have been talking playoffs at this point in the season. But the success we've had in the last few years, that starts happening. And right now we're at the turning point in the season where we've got a couple losses under our belts, 3 to be exact. And we really would like to have those 5 wins. 6 wins would be even better. And this is a good start to getting back on track.
It is. The big loss to Lawrenceville, I think that's the one that's going to come back to haunt us.
I think a lot of people had us pegged to lose to Mount Carmel and Charleston. But you really wanted to kind of sweep the conference if you could. Casey at the end of the season is going to be a very tough opponent as well. Right now, Casey is 5-0 on the season. Lawrenceville's 4-1. Mount Carmel 4-1. The Tigers are 2-3, and then it gets kind of weak after that. Marshall, Newton, Robinson, all 1-4, and Olney 0-5. Tonight, Lawrenceville is at Robinson. Marshall is at Casey Westfield. Mount Carmel is at Olney, and Newton is at Paris. So it ought to be a pretty easy game for Casey. Ought to be an easy game for Mount Carmel. Lawrenceville and Robinson, that could be a closer game than a 4-1 and 1-4 team would think. But we shall see. Remaining games for the Tigers. Next week, we are at Olney. Then on Friday the 13th, we will be at Robinson. And then we'll come home to finish the regular season with Casey coming here on Friday, October 20th. Current scores that I can see here at the half. Mount Carmel is up on Richland County, 28-7. That would be Olney. Marshall and Casey 0-0 the last time that score was updated.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, first quarter.
Okay.
So nobody's updated that score for us.
Okay.
Unfortunately for this, they have to submit their scores as they go, and some schools are more on top of that than others. In the conference, Casey's 3-0, Mount Carmel 3-0, Lawrenceville 2-1, Marshall, Newton, Paris, Robinson all 1-2, and Olney 0-3. So the question is, when do Casey and Mount Carmel play? I'll go back to the schedule here, and
Well, we got Casey last game of the season, so that's maybe next to the last.
well, next week, Casey
Next
goes
week.
to Mount Carmel.
Okay,
So that could very likely be for the conference right there.
sounds like it. Plus, they're playing down in the snake pit, so you definitely think Mount Carmel would have the advantage.
Sure worked for them last week.
Boy, it did, I'm telling you.
Tigers now back on the field doing their stretches. Clock ready to tick off, and I assume they'll throw the 3 minutes back on, or did I miss that?
They haven't put it on yet, but both teams came out fairly early. But, yep, there's the official signal. 3 more minutes. I don't know why it's always 3. Why couldn't it have just been 1 minute? Because both Newton was out with like 2:48 to go or something like that, and we came out, I don't know, it was like 2:11 or something.
Why not put 3 more minutes on the halftime?
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't. That looks like Maddox Hutchins.
Yeah, it does. Looks like they're bringing him back, but he's no shoulder pads, so.
Still got his football pants on, so not totally in his civvies there, but he is.
He's on crutches, though.
Yeah, they're going to keep the weight off of it. Not a good sign, but not wanting to leave his teammates hanging. He's wanting back on the sideline at least. Looks to be like possibly an ankle sprain or something.
That's what I'm guessing.
Got
yeah, it's
going.
Looked like he had that left ankle wrapped.
And immediately surrounded by teammates.
Yeah,
hey, bud, what's going on?
All the boys are coming over wanting to know how bad is it? What'd you find out? And, well, even if they X-rayed it, he probably wouldn't know the results yet. So.
Under a minute and a half now on the clock.
And the Tigers should get the ball to start the second half because we kicked. No.
We got the ball to start.
Yeah, we got the ball to start the first half, so we should be kicking off.
That's what's going to happen.
See who's kicking off. I don't see Wells out there. I see.
Tigers went to the wrong side.
Looked
there.
like number 3 had the foot. Caleb Brinkley.
He does.
Looked like he's got the football teed up. So. This looks a little suspicious. The ball's kind of leaned way back, so it's going to be either a sky-high kick or something onside. I'm not sure which.
What's unique is Carson Coleman down here. He's the point man, kind of the gunner on the kickoff team here, and he's your nose tackle, folks.
Well, that was 24 with the catch. And that's Bierman.
In there on the tackle, though, that's Caleb Brinkley. He didn't waste any time getting downfield and laying the hammer on the returner. You're going to return my kick. You're going to answer to me, he says.
And he comes up holding an arm or shoulder or something. He's walking off pretty gingerly.
Well, I'll teach him to mess with the kicker.
Yeah. So it'll be Newton ball to start this second half, and they're going to start on their own 46-yard line.
They'll hustle up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right. Meinhardt in the shotgun formation. Now brings a man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Tries to dance outside.
Not
Picks up
much
a couple.
happening. That was Tar. Tried to follow that guy in this sweep.
Burns might have tripped him up a little bit. The other Tigers finished him off. Picks up a couple yards. 2nd and 8 now. Ball marked at the Newton 48-yard line. The Tigers defense looked really sharp in the first half, hoping to see some more of that. Newton taking a long time to get to the line. High snap brought down by Meinhardt. A quick run up the middle there by Tar.
And he picked up about 4 more.
Yep. 3rd down. The ball at the Paris 48-yard line. Third down, a short 5. Meinhardt quickly looking to the left, overthrows the receiver. Out of bounds.
Well, down 34-0 and the ball just over midfield. You would think they would go for it, but it's going to, like you said, Beads, it's going to bring up 4th and a short 5. Yeah, Bierman apparently wasn't hurt too bad. He's back out there now.
They're going to go for it. No fakes or anything this time. 3 receivers wide to the right.
All out here in a bunch session.
Oh, got him open, overthrew him. Tigers totally bit on the
they did.
The double move. That's what we scored on earlier. You throw a few new guys out there in the secondary. Poor Bierman, like you said, wasn't hurt too bad. They dropped a few tonight, and then they just overthrew him.
All right. Tigers are going to take over on their own 40. Well, it says 49, but that's not right.
Nah, 48. Rogers from the shotgun. Hands it off to Curl around the left side. He's got some real estate.
There's a hold out here.
Yep.
Wells. Doesn't matter. It's coming back because there was definitely a hold out here.
That's a shame. That had been a good gain without the hold. Didn't need it. Well, it might not have been him.
Might have not. They might have called that against one of the linemen.
The way that spot was, that was in the backfield. As his hold happened like 6 yards downfield. Curl going in motion. They flip it out to him, and he's hit right away.
He got
and
nailed
dropped.
just as the pass got there. That was Bierman.
He was not fooled at all. You know, Lenny, that was kind of close to being a fumble. A lateral almost. It was going sideways. I'm not sure if that was going forward at all.
I'm not sure either, Beej.
Long second down for the Tigers. They're going to call it 2nd and 20 from the 38. I think it might be a little longer than 20. Handoff right back up the middle to Curl. Got a bit of a seam.
He picked up about 9.
Yeah, he did. Goes from the 38 out to the 47. So a solid 9 yards up there and brings up a 3rd and 11. Three receivers to the right for Rogers. Takes the snap, looks to the left, now back to the right. Going to go downfield.
Ooh.
And it was all he could do to bat that one away.
Yeah, that was more of a defensive effort there by the receiver.
That was Mason Vitale, the intended receiver. He turned into the defensive back there.
Yes, he did. So that'll bring up 4th down and 11.
The first punt of the game. Tigers have yet to punt one tonight. Low snap. Gets it off. I take that. Oh, there's the flag. Tigers pick it up. That'll be whistled dead there.
I'm thinking our guy was down there getting ready to down it, and he got leveled.
Sometimes you can tell a penalty just by the ooh of the crowd. That'll mark him way back.
Should be a personal foul against Newton.
Yep. Put him down around the 10-yard line or something. Blindside block, personal foul. It'll be marked just outside the 10. All right, first and 10, Newton, ball thrown 12-yard line, 9:23 to go here in the third quarter. Meinhardt tosses the screen out, and it falls incomplete. Pass intended for running back number 40, Drake Wolf.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 12.
Subs coming in on both sides of the ball now. Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Tigers switching it up, flipping the defensive lineman around. 3 down linemen. Linebackers are back in coverage. Throwing a fade down the near side. Batali almost had it.
A pick off. So that'll bring up 3rd and 12, or 3rd and 10 from the 12.
Yeah.
I'll get it right here in a minute.
Still 9:14 to go here in the third. Rolling to his right is Meinhardt, going to look downfield. Now he keeps it. And finally gets flung down by Curl.
That'll bring up 4th down.
That's a coverage sack there for the Tigers. He
Yeah,
had
'cause
nowhere to go with it.
He looked, and he'd take a couple more steps and stop and look, and there's just nowhere to throw it.
They end up giving him no gain on the play. 4th and 10 at their own 12. They'll go ahead and punt this one away.
Well, you would think.
Tigers set up a return, a
Oh,
short
high,
kick.
real short, but it takes a Newton roll, though.
And gets out past the 40. Tigers will get it back, 1st and 10. 8:15 to go here in the third quarter. Still yet to score. I'd like to see him toss one more on there and let that clock run in the fourth quarter. Not sure what the officials are discussing at the moment.
I didn't see any flags.
Maybe they're trying to decide where to stop for dinner on the way home. I'm not sure.
Could be. I'm sure their options are not going to be real well, though. Okay.
All right. If you look down there on the sideline, there is a white line.
I think we got just a little aggressive and little excited.
They want the players to stay behind that white line. Technically, maybe coaches are supposed to too, but they let them run the sideline. As long as the players stay behind that white stripe. And between the 25s, they'll be fine. Handoff up the middle to Burns. Powers ahead for about 5 or 6 yards. Gee, that's his shortest run of the night.
Yeah.
He only
Actually,
picked up
looks
6 or 5.
Looks like 6. That's what I'm going to give him. Yeah, he had 12, 14, and 17 up to that point.
Rogers fakes the handoff to him this time.
Oh, bad
little
pass.
low. Unhappy with himself on that one. Intended for Mason Vitale. So now we got 3rd and 5 at the 38-yard line. Clock stopped at 7:31. 2 receivers wide each side.
Oh, they
Newton
jump.
jumping.
That'll give us an easy 5.
Depending on the spot.
Should be an automatic first down.
And it will result in a first down. The offense has been a little slower here in the second half coming out. Just a step slower here or there. The things that really took off in the first half. Not quite connecting so far here in the third. We'll see if we can answer here. First down. Rogers dropping back. And incomplete again.
Man.
Intended for Burns. He took a shot. Rogers picks himself up, and they'll get ready for second down.
Well, that's 4 in a row he's missed on now. He had a good first half going. Like I said, he was 8 out of 11 for 159 and a touchdown in the first half.
On top of that, all his throws in the first half were right on the mark. I mean, the guys weren't even reaching for him. He was hitting him right in the middle of the chest. Probably had his best half. A little rusty here in the second. 7:27 to go. Hands it off to Rigdon.
Rigdon powers forward.
Good gain there.
What are they going to give him? About 6?
Yeah, good 6. That makes the third down a little more manageable here. 3rd and 4 from the 26-yard line.
Burns is in the backfield with him.
Hands off to Burns. Scoots through the hole. He's got the first down. All right, Tiger first down. They'll move the chains inside, well, right on the 20-yard line. Or just outside the 20, actually, like 20 and 4 inches. 6.5 minutes to go. Tigers moving the ball down the field. Rogers shifts the back to his left. Fakes the handoff to him. Quick slant, complete to Wells. And he dives for the end zone.
They give it to him, yes.
Robert Wells on the slant pattern. Wells set up there by the Tigers. I don't know if you're allowed to audible. I don't know if the back lined up in the wrong spot or if he purposely moved him to that side so they could run the play action. But if he moved him over there for that, that was perfect. Extra point attempt is up and good. Tigers up 41-0, 6:17 to go in the third. We'll be back in just a moment on the Paris Sports Network.
Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris.
Tiger offense keeps pouring it on. 41-0 now. If we can just hold them right here, looking at a running clock in the fourth quarter, I'd be happy with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Quarter till 9 here. Scoring slows you down. The incomplete passes slow you down. So get that clock running and make up some time.
Well, Beads, our Cubs have really slowed down the last 4 or 5 games. We're losing again tonight, 3-0. So,
Ooh.
Baseball season's coming to a screeching halt for the Cubbies.
Well, if you had told us back in May they were going to finish second in the division,
Yep, exactly.
that they'd be in the wild card hunt, we'd been pretty happy with it.
We'd have definitely took it.
After last season, we'd have said, all right. But after you win a World Series, now you're like, why can't we win another? Come on, guys. Over the shoulder catch back at the 20-yard line.
Spearman again. He's rumbling up there. Almost made it to 45-yard line. But
Caleb Brinkley there on the tackle.
he's the kicker again.
He's got a vendetta out there. You catch my kick, I'm coming for you. He's meeting them downfield.
I was going to say, though, Brinkley's not near as big as Bierman, though.
Brinkley's not near as big as a lot of guys out there. All right, Meinhardt in the shotgun, hands it off the left side. Got some running room. First down for Newton is number 6, Meyer Tarr. 11-yard gain, a first down.
Well, that's their biggest gain from scrimmage tonight. Well, with the exception of a pass play. They had one pass play for 12.
We'll have the ball first and 10 at the Paris 44-yard line. Twins to the right, one to the left. Tigers pressing on the corners now. And they'll hand it off to Tarr again. Nothing doing on that one. Maybe a yard.
No, I'm
not
not
even
sure
that.
No
gain.
No gain.
Tarr's mom is not going to have fun with that uniform when he gets home. That boy has had a long night. About a yard there. 2nd and 9 they're going to give him. They're getting it back to Tarr. And he's crushed.
It's nothing there again.
If he got a yard on the last one, he lost it on that one. Now they're going to say no gain, so 3rd and 9. Wow, they might have given him a few inches there. Had to move the yard marker. 3rd and 9. Ball in the Paris 43.
See what Meinhardt's going to do this time. 3rd down and a long 9.
Brings Tarr in motion to his left. Going to throw the little pattern out there to him, and he's dropped for a loss. Wells and maybe Rigdon back there. Read perfectly. Loss on the play makes it 4th and 11 with the ball spotted right on the Paris 45. Band not going anywhere tonight.
No,
they got all the junior hires that's still out there with them.
Yep, they're still down there in the end zone, still cranking out the tunes.
Looking down the right side, the fade to the sideline. Out of bounds.
Incomplete. He dropped the ball.
King got his hands on it, but still almost brought in by Peyton Harris.
It's pretty close.
Say he might have the best hands on the team.
Well, he's got the most catches tonight. He's got 3 for 29 yards. But change of possession. We'll give Paris the ball back on the 45.
And they've already got the running clock going, Lenny. I wouldn't think the clock would start until they snap the ball and change possession, but it's running down to 2 minutes.
You wouldn't think so.
Burns right up
maybe
the middle.
Both teams agreed to it or something. I don't know. Maybe.
The band coming out of the end zone to do a lap here, I assume. Tigers taking a long time to get the play in, down to 18 on the play clock, 1:20 to go here in the quarter.
Burns still in the backfield.
Hands it off to Burns. Gets to the outside. Got a good block downfield by Wells.
Mason Burns on the carry. 31st down, Tigers.
And that play created there by Wells. Once Burns was able to turn the corner, Wells is what sealed that one. That's what takes those 5-yard runs into like 12 and 13-yard runs. And you can keep that second wave off you. 1st and 10 from the 33. Down to 37 seconds. They'll have to run at least one more here in the third quarter. Takes the snap. Hand off to Rigdon.
Rigdon.
Rigdon on the carry for the Tigers. Gain of 5. 2-second down.
9-yard gain for the tie. Oh, no, 5-yard gain. Not sure where I got the 9 from, but 2nd and 5 on the 27. That'll be the last play of the quarter.
Tigers on top, 41-0.
That's the end of the quarter. We'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment. Tigers 41, Eagles 0 on the Paris Sports Network.
Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30.
One more quarter to go here from Paris High School. 12 minutes on the clock, and it'll be a continuous 12 minutes. As it's been all Tigers here, leading 17-0 at the end of the first, 34-0 at the half, and now 41. We have slowed down in the second half a little bit on the scoring side, but
Yeah, that we have. But
the defense has still been stout.
it has. We're still pitching a shutout, so
And off again.
ooh.
And nowhere to go. A new ball carrier out there,
That was
Skylar Sweet.
41, yeah.
Sweet, just a freshman. A lot of new bodies out there at the moment for the Tigers. New quarterback as well. That's Braden Rogers. Sweet steps up in the slot. Now the man in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Trying to turn the corner, and it's not going.
Going to lose. About 6. That was number 13, Andre Calhoun.
He ran that a couple weeks ago, and it worked for him. Nothing doing that time. That'll bring up a long 4th down. Pretty much got to go for it. You're too close to punt and too far away to kick a field goal. Essentially your fresh soft team out here at the moment, it looks like.
It looks that way, yeah.
Down to 5 seconds. Rogers takes a snap. Drops straight back. Over the middle.
Oh,
too
just
high.
over the hands. Trippus was out there, though. It's just a little too high.
I think Carter would like to have that one back. Like to have another shot at it. But the clock does keep running. Under 10 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for Newton now at their own 35-yard line. And Newton's going to keep their starters out there, though. Meinhardt, pitch to Tar.
Ooh.
Runs right over Calhoun. You know, Calhoun says, hey, I got credit for the tackle. Doesn't have to be pretty. Made a few tackles in my day simply because guys ran over me and tripped. Foot caught in the fate mask. It doesn't matter. It's a tackle in the scorebook.
Exactly.
Just get the job done. Good job by Calhoun there. Pitch to the right side to Tar. Trying to get to the sideline. Cuts this one up. Wrestling guys on his back down near the 40 at Paris. Good gain there for Meyer Tar. That'll make his night look a little more respectable. Down to 8:30 on the clock. 1st and 10 at the Paris 42. Hustling up to the line. Twins to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with Meinhardt. Tosses it out. Incomplete. Intended for Bierman.
They just haven't been on the same page tonight.
No, they haven't.
Shout out to the Crestwood Eagle 8th grade baseball team. They advanced to the state final, quarterfinal. They will play again tomorrow morning.
Giving a shout out to the Tiger 8th grade, or the Eagles 8th grade baseball team from Crestwood there, going to the state quarterfinals in the morning. Hopefully they're all home in bed, not here. Timeout called by Newton. That'll stop the clock at 7:34. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. Be right back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark counties since 1950.
It's a 41-point lead for the Tigers. 7.5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Newton moving the ball for the first time really tonight, albeit against our fresh soft team. And other than Andre Calhoun, I'm not sure any of these guys have seen any action tonight. So I apologize if I mess a number up here, but a lot of fresh names out there.
That they are.
Well, Brinkley, he's been doing the kicking. We said his name earlier. He's over at one corner. Direct snap this time to the running back, and he's dropped pretty quick.
That was 41, I believe.
It was.
You might. I don't have a 41 on the roster.
I don't either. It was a direct snap to him. Gabe Roush made the tackle for the Tigers.
Maybe it was 40. He's going off the field.
Must have been, but I'm like you. I thought I saw 41.
I thought I did too, but 40s.
40 it was.
That's who we're going to say.
Hand off to Tar. He'll have the first down and a touchdown. He'll go 38 yards for the score. But the clock will keep running with 6:38. It's 41-6. As Newton will set up for the extra point. I think it's Hayden Mulvey, number 17, ready to attempt the extra point. Low
Bad
snap.
snap.
Looking for somebody in the end zone. Throws it. It's caught. And good for a 2-point conversion. Was that 34 that caught that?
I think so.
think
That's
so.
Cole
Cole
Phillips.
Phillips.
That's
Peyton Harris is the one that rolled out there. He was the holder and made the throw. 2-point conversion is good. 41-8 the score. Clock continues to run. We'll go ahead and keep it right here for a moment and be thanking our sponsors in just a few minutes here in the post-game show. The band playing the theme song from the Kahoot website. I use that in school. You make little quizzes for the kids to study for tests and stuff. We'll do a review with it.
okay.
And in the background is that song playing.
Okay.
Over and over
And over, huh?
and over. Sometimes I hear it in my sleep. Find myself humming it while mowing the yard. It's catchy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's got words or anything. Might have to make some up for it, though.
Okay. I'm not sure who all we got deep now. Like you said, a lot of new numbers. I know Calhoun's deep on this side, but I didn't catch the number on the other side.
That's going to come to the up man. Number 22.
22 is Camden Yanis.
Made a good return. Paid for it there at the end. A pretty hard tackle. Bounces up real quick and gets the ball to the official. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They'll have the ball spotted at their own 40-yard line with 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, a couple first downs, and this game will be toast.
Two receivers to the near side. Rogers in the shotgun. Hands it off to Sweet. Bounces it to the outside.
Oh.
Dances around too much.
Yep, you just got to duck your head and go, buddy. No game.
Yep, 2nd and 10.
But, like you said, the clock still runs, so...
"17 seconds. They're going to just let time run off the clock here.
Like you said, though, that's hard for them linemen to stay like that, not flinch.
Pass outside, dropped. Any other point in the game, that might have been a bit of a late hit. That was kind of a judgment call there.
Yeah, the pass was definitely incomplete, and the receiver got nailed afterwards.
Third down and 10. We're at 2.5 minutes to play.
These Newton guys, though, they've been beat on all night, and now it's their chance to do the beating, so they're going to take advantage of it while they can.
I'm kind of surprised to see Peyton Harris playing a defensive back position. Lines up as a tight end. You'd think it'd be a defensive end or something. Sweet stood up and put down. And I think Newton just called timeout.
I think they did. They maybe want to try to score one more time.
They're going to call timeout. We'll go ahead and take a quick one and be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
If you're looking for agricultural, business, or personal loans, Longview Bank and Trust has you covered. They can even help you with investment options and online banking. With locations in Paris, Crispin, Georgetown, and Marshall, they're always ready with the services you need. Look them up online at longviewbt.com.
Welcome back. We're at 2 minutes, 4 seconds left in the ball game. Timeout called by Newton. They want to line up for the punt return. Roush back to kick for the Tigers. He'll be standing around his own 30. Nice snap, has to chase it down a bit, gets the kick off.
Nice high kick.
Great spiral. And the Tigers will down it down at the 15-yard line. Probably the best punt of the season we've seen for the Tigers. Gabe Roush nailed that one. You know they got it good when you see that nice tight spiral. I can't throw a spiral like that, let alone kick one. Newton calls another timeout. I guess we'll go ahead and take a real quick timeout here as well. Be back in just a moment on the Paris Sports Network.
The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors for their support of Paris Tiger Athletics. The Mary Lupine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young.
Should be the last time out of the game for Newton. They're not going to go out without running a few more plays anyways. Which I kind of question. At this point, you're risking the health of your players. The game's out of touch. Why not throw some of the underclassmen in there? And it looks like they have. Hayden Mulvey's in at quarterback. He's going to roll to his right. And throw it out of bounds. So his first pass of the game is incomplete. That was intended for number 15, Jacob Oldham. They'll scramble back up to the line. 1 minute, 7 seconds left. Mulvey looks to his right. Fires it deep down the field.
And it's picked off. Boom. And he got rocked, though, after he caught it. But nonetheless, Brinkley intercepts. Heck yeah.
Been a good night for Brinkley.
It
got
has
the interception.
been. Made a couple good tackles after he kicked off. So
he's listed on here as a senior too, so this will be the game he remembers.
Yes, it will.
Tigers starting offense coming back out on the field. They'll just take a knee here. They'll have to run one play.
Yeah, just barely though.
Only about a second off. Half a second off the play clock. And I'll take the snap. And that is the final score. 41-8.
Hey, fireworks are going off back behind the Ag buildings.
Oh, yeah, you got to have fireworks after a game like that. They sure didn't get to use them on homecoming.
Maybe there's leftover from
It could be
homecoming.
leftovers. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with the postgame show right after this on the Paris Sports Network.
Farm Credit Illinois is a proud supporter of the Paris Tigers athletes and the surrounding farm families. Farm Credit blocks appraisal costs and lender fees and defends our borrowing members with free repricings as the market allows. Farm Credit helps farmers score with annual cash patronage. Team up with a cooperative helping farm families succeed and let us help lead your agricultural business to victory. Best of luck, Tigers, this sporting season.
Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris.
With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Mark, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Home would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season.
Welcome back to the postgame show here on the Paris Sports Network. I'm BJ Pheasant alongside Lenny Irwin. The Tigers had a pretty awesome night tonight. Came out with a 17-point lead right off the bat, led by 34 at the half. Then kind of went into cruise control, stretched it out to 41, and that's where it stayed. They gave up the lone touchdown there in the fourth quarter with a 2-point conversion. And boy, Lenny, you couldn't have scripted a better first half for us.
No, definitely not. That's what the boys needed tonight, too, definitely for sure. So, but we'll be on the road next week. I think we go to Olney.
Down to Olney, yeah.
East Richland, whatever you want to call it. It's still Olney to me, but that'll be you and somebody or somebody and somebody. I don't know who for sure, but I will be out of town next week. So,
not Olney out of town.
No.
No? Okay.
No. Go to North Carolina.
All right.
So, anyway, we'll run down some stats real quick. Looked like Meinhardt had 3 carries for 2 yards. Creighton Tar finally scored that touchdown there in the fourth quarter on a 38-yard run. So that give him 92 yards on 13 carries. I had Cole Phillips, 2 carries for 4 yards, and Drake Wolf, 3 carries for 2 yards. Throwing the ball, Meinhardt was 5 out of 17 for 31 yards and 1 interception. And then there in that last series, it was Hayden Mulvey. He was 0 for 2 and 1 interception. Receiving, Peyton Harris had 3 catches for 29. Drake Wolf, 1 catch for 3. And Meyer Tar had 1 catch for -1. And like I said, their lone score came at 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter on that 38-yard run by Tar. The 2-point conversion was good, and that made the final score 41 Paris, 8 for Newton. Now for your Paris Tiger stats. Drew Rogers, 3 carries for 28. Mason Burns, 7 carries for 76. Ethan Curl, 12 carries for 43. Ty King, 1 carry for 7. Calvin Rigdon, 4 carries for 97. Skylar Sweet, 3 carries for 2. And Andre Calhoun had 1 carry for -6. Throwing the ball, Drew Rogers was 9 out of 16 for 179 and a touchdown. And Braden Rogers was 0 for 2. Catching the ball, Vitale had 1 catch for 15. Robert Wells had 1 catch for 20 and a touchdown. And Ty King had 5 catches for 136 and a touchdown. And Calvin Rigdon had 2 catches for 8 yards. Let's see, is Coach on his way up yet?
He is. He just crossed the track, and
okay.
That means he's got to get through all everybody that wants to congratulate him.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and recap our scoring. We opened it up in the first quarter on a 12-yard run by Burns, 6-0 at that point because the kick was no good. Still in the first quarter at 3:20 to go. It was a 57-yard pass from Rogers to King. The 2-point conversion was good. That made it 14-0. Then at 17 seconds to go in the first quarter, it was a 19-yard field goal by King, 17-0 at that point. Then we put 17 more points on the board in the second quarter on a 17-yard run by Burns, a 78-yard run by Rigdon, and a 27-yard field goal by King. That made it 34-0 at halftime. And then in the third quarter, about halfway through, at 6:17 to go, it was a 20-yard pass from Rogers to Wells. And that kick was good, and at that point we were up 41-0. So looks like a happy Coach Claude's coming up the steps now. So
well, I can't imagine why.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll make for a nicer weekend than what we had last week. Now he's just getting ready to hop up into the booth. Elsewhere around the conference, Mount Carmel up 42-20 over Alney. Lawrenceville trailing, Robinson 20-14 at the moment. Coach, congratulations. Nice to talk to you after a victory.
No question. That was a nice win, in really every phase of the game. Wow, we got a ton. Obviously, we're going to continue to work on. I told our kids I was proud of them. That's something that they needed to go and do. And I'm happy for them. It felt good to go out there and let it rip. And but the focus will be, that's one game. And
right.
We're going to focus on improving every step of the way. And tonight was a nice bounce back.
Oh, you talk about improving. The first half, one of the best halves I've seen from Drew Rogers this year.
It was. He had a come-out night. He did. He had a come-out night and said, you're going to go be one of the next Paris quarterbacks. And we've had a good line run of him here for a while. And he came out letting it rip. He was on fire, and receivers were going and getting balls. And, the pass pro was really good. He had time in the pocket.
Yep.
I thought all around offensively, I felt like we could run the ball. We were physical up front, and then, we hit some play-action stuff as well as some straight drop-back stuff. And so I felt like as a group they were really, really good. But he had a really, really nice coming-out night.
And I wanted to ask about the last touchdown that he threw to Wells down here. The back line's up on his right side. He moves him over to his left. Was that a read or just a mislined up by
mislined up by the back on the play call, and then he rolled it over. So
because he played right into the play action that side through the slant, and I thought, boy, if he changed or read something there, I was just going to be.
Yeah, we're not going to give him the keys of the castle totally yet. All right, he had a great night, and I'm proud of him.
Well, it looked good,
but he did. He did a good job. He did a really good job, and balls were on the money. They were coming out crisp and tight, and overall, really, the entire group. Like I said, you can't say enough about the offensive line, in the backs, in the protection. But also the physicality that we had, and were able to run the ball, and we were moving the line of scrimmage. And then defensively, I know it says 8 up there, but in the grand scheme of things, just like we talked to our guys down there, the defense put a shutout out. They did. The defense went out and put a shutout out, and you get in a situation like this, it's bonus football. You get your guys off the field to hopefully save wear and tear and not get an unfortunate injury, and you get your pups some bonus minutes again on Friday night under the lights.
Well, you get guys like Brinkley that get out there and pick an interception off late in the game.
Absolutely.
Making tackles 25 yards on the kickoff.
Yep, and kicking it off tonight. Got some reps doing that and did a really nice job of putting the ball down there.
And the offensive line, that we went 3 deep in the backfield, and it didn't matter who we put back there tonight. They could all run the ball.
Yeah,
they had that kind of lane. So
it was a good night, no question.
So like you said, one game at a time, and now Alney next week.
Yep, we'll keep our eyes. Garrett Rigdon obviously wasn't here tonight. He's going through the the injury recovery and the surgery and what have you, and had talked to him today, and he's in pretty good spirits. We'll hopefully get him back to school and around the program and stay in it next week and throughout the rest of the year. And we'll monitor Maddox and kind of see what happened. It was a freak deal, kind of by himself. Really, there was no contact with anybody, and rolled it up. But we'll monitor him in terms of health and what have you, and then we'll bring the guys in the morning. We'll watch tape, get a lift, some ice baths, and coaches will go back to work, and we'll get ready to try and go get the next one, because right now it's all about just staying in it and getting the next one.
All right. Well, we'll be down there rooting you on, Coach.
I
Good
appreciate
luck.
it. Thank you, guys. Go Tigers.
As Tiger head coach Jeremy Klopfelder checking in with us after the game.
Good win.
Tiger victory, 41-8. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight for making the broadcast possible, and of course everybody that watched us here on YouTube. Lenny, any final thoughts here before we call it night?
No, I think that was, Coach said it all. Get them one at a time, but tonight was definitely a good win. Get everybody some confidence, get some momentum going as we go down to Olney, and got to get another one.
All right. We'll do our best. We want to, again, thank the sponsors. Thank Nathan Bell for helping us out up here in the booth tonight, and, of course, everybody that tuned in to watch. You've been listening and watching Paris Tiger football here on the Paris Sports Network. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions with Chip and Bethany Keys, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, State Farm Agent Terry Elliston, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial Agents Jim Blue and Mark Gladding, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram's Waste Disposal, The Skating Rink with CJ and Mary Jo Becker, North American Lighting, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Templeton Funeral Home, and White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. And our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine Family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Winans Farms Mark and Holly Winans, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Step Farms and Excavation.